Hello, it's Caroline Balderston with Coaching on the Go, and a little bit different today because we're going to do a little bit of a flashback because it's happening again. What I mean is, market cycles change all the time, and the thing is, as agents, this industry, we can't really predict when the cycles will go up and down. And I found a clip, I was reminded of it by a past client recently, that I recorded back in August 2022. So that's almost 2 years ago that I recorded this particular message. And I thought it's worth sharing because the same conditions are here again. And the reason for sharing this with you is to reassure you that it's okay for things not to be certain. And right now, the uncertainty, and this clip refers to buyer reluctance, buyer hesitation, buyers being fickle. And so I thought it'd be really worth sharing with you and to just let you know that if you're feeling uncertain, have faith. This time will pass. We don't know when it will come back again, but this is the nature of the business. It will fluctuate. It will be up and down. So the skills you develop now, you might need again in the future. So let's harness our skills and enjoy taking a look at this flashback video. Bye for now. See you next time. I wanted to share with you today a very common situation that's happening right now, and it's the whole concept of the expectation gap. I'll do this in the market, and what that means and how we handle that as agents. And this climate that we're in, some of you might have been in an environment like this before, and for some of you, it might be the first time you've actually experienced such reluctance from buyers, digging their heels in. They don't really seem to care if they miss out on a property or not, and what that really means for us. So I wanted to just summarize what this situation is really about. When we boil it down as agents, it's so easy to become emotionally attached to a particular price. And whether that's from the appraisal price that you personally put on the listing, whether it's what you know the owners want, or even if it's just you believe the property is really worth this when you consider what else you've sold and how they compare. Those three elements put us in a really interesting situation, because the challenge we face then is, how do we get buyers involved? How do we keep them engaged when our attachment to a particular price is where our focus goes? So I'm wondering, is this the time for us to change our lens on this, to be looking at this through different eyes? I know in the past when I was selling, I've easily let buyers go when they were talking about a price lower than what I needed to hear, wanted to hear, owners wanted to hear. And when I heard that, it's almost like I got into defensive mode and I shut them down a bit and said, oh, well, go off, find something else. I'll let you know when I've got something, for your budget. And whilst that might be a display of control, it might be a way for you to show strength, and the whole play on you've got to want it more than I want it. In climates like this, that often doesn't work. And the buyers will go, okay, I'm fine. I'm happy to sit back and wait and see, because that's the mentality, that's the belief right now. So what can we do about this? The real challenge is that we must be able to identify when we have a willing and able buyer. And it's more about that than about the price that they're prepared to pay. A willing and able buyer means that they are willing to get involved in this climate. And isn't that a rare thing at the moment? It also means that they are able, they can sign a contract, they can pay the deposit. There's nothing stopping them from committing and performing with a purchase. We've got to start opening up our minds to identifying that as a potential best buyer rather than the attachment to a particular price. And Frank spoke to me the other day about this and said he will never forget a statement that I made, and it's a real belief, that when markets shift like this and we've got slim pickings from our buyers, it is our job to get any offer at any price at any time for our owners. It's not about us dictating whether or not we should bring that buyer in or dismiss them. Our job in a climate like this is to gather willing and able buyers. The price situation will take care of itself in a much more functional and powerful way if you can have more than one person who's interested. So if we can detach from the actual price, have that mentality of any offer, any price, anytime. Now, whether it's private treaty or an auction will mean you might handle those offers in a different way, but that's got to be the thinking we bring. If we can do that, we'll be engaging more buyers. We will potentially create some competitive tension where it doesn't naturally exist right now. And is that not what our owners have hired us to do? So I hope that sharing this little message has given you some food for thought and maybe raise the awareness a little of, are you attached to that price, or are you detaching from that and opening your mind to who I need to bring along for the ride here? I hope that helps you guys out and create some great discussion, and more importantly, get some offers, get some people attending auctions, and let's get this market moving again. Thanks, team. I wish you all the best.